Hi, I want to do a little video today about prayer. I guess most of us feel we don't really pray enough, or we don't know how to pray. You remember the disciples, of course, in the Bible asked Jesus, "Lord, teach us how to pray," and that's how most of us are. Most of us are. We don't really know. Even clergy, we're meant to do this. We're not very good. So I want to give you some practical tips today, and this is really just only one way of doing it. Heike on her video the other day talked about using the Church of England's daily prayer app, and I want to show you a little bit about how that all works. This may work for you, it may not work for you. There are lots of other things, and hopefully we'll post more stuff up there. But so here we are in the side chapel. This is where Heike and I meet for morning prayer, and I'm going to show you what we do. And see, I sit on this side for some reason. I'm on the left side, and I have my little array of books, including my prayer book here. So I've got my red Church of England prayer book here, and then I have to have a Bible with it. So I've got my Bible over here, and then as well as the Bible, then I have my little kind of lectionary, which gives you all the readings. And all of that I quite like. It's a little bit complicated. Whereas Heike, when we do morning prayer, she sits on this side, and all Heike has is her iPad. That's how she does it. And, you know, to be honest, I love books. And there's a little bit of me that at some level disapproves of Heike doing prayers off her iPad. It kind of a little bit offends my aesthetic sensibilities. Haven't told her that yet, but, you know, I think she's worked it out. But really, I mean, she's right. That's how you should do it. You see, the problem with these prayer books here is, you probably don't have one at home. We have some at church, we get them to you, but they are quite complicated. There's about 5 or 6 ribbons in the bottom of the prayer book, and that is because you need to kind of know your way around the book and look at all sorts of different things. So you have to figure out what time of the year is it? Is it Lent? Is it Christmas? Is it summer? Ordinary time? Or so you find what season you're in. You then have to find what day of the week you are, and that all kind of corresponds. There might be a special day today, for example, as I'm recording this. This happens to be a feast day of St. Joseph of Nazareth, and so there are additional readings, and you've got to find the Psalms. Anyway, it's all a bit complicated. Whereas the great thing nowadays about these things is you can do all this on the internet. It's really easy. So I'll show you. I'll probably show you not on this. Let's go back into the church office, and I'll show you how to get hold of this and how you can make use of it at home. And, you know, we don't pray enough, and a lot of the times it's because we think to ourselves, we don't really have time. Well, you know, ironically, sadly, rather depressingly, many of us do have more time now. So this might be think of it as a chance to learn and to do something new. So here we are, back in the church office. I've got my computer up here, and we have logged in, or we are looking at the home screen for the daily prayer thing. So if you kind of I'll show you where this is. You can kind of have a bit of more screen there. So you go into the Church of England website. I'll put all this on our website so you don't have to find this, but we're looking at the Church of England's website, churchofengland.org, and then you just search for daily prayer, and you will find a page that says join us in a service of daily prayer. And once you've done that, you'll find there are various different resources on it. Some simple things here. You can just have a prayer of the day, and you can either read it, or actually there's a recording of somebody doing it. So you just click onto that, and somebody will do the prayer of the day, like the collect for the day. But there's more on here as well. So if you kind of scroll down, then you'll find a series of options here. Well, the simple thing is you go onto the Daily Prayer app. You download either from iTunes or Google Play, and it's all there. And the great thing is the computer will do it all for you. So you don't have to worry about any of this stuff about finding the right day, finding the right readings. This thing, it's brilliant. It will all just happen. But you can do it online as well. So you've got 4 different orders there. Morning prayer and evening prayer, they are a bit more substantial. That's what the clergy will have to say in the morning and the evening. Prayer during the day is much shorter, 5 minutes, something like that. So you kind of click on here, and you'll follow it through, and it's very straightforward, a little preparation. There's usually, all these things, there's usually a psalm or a canticle that you just kind of say. There are some other fixed prayers. There's a little kind of Bible reading, and the Lord's Prayer. If you do prayer during the day, that's 5 minutes. If you want to do morning prayer, for example, that's more substantial. But this system will do it all. As long as you are on today's version of morning prayer, it will find all the readings, it will put it all together, and then you can sit at home and do it on the computer or at home. Morning prayer probably takes 15 minutes, something like that, and a chance for you as well to have a bit of quiet. If I were doing it at home, I would maybe light a candle as well at the beginning, just to kind of create a bit of atmosphere, find yourself a comfortable space where you won't be disturbed. I guess if you're a family, you could do this together, and kind of it's a way of kind of building it into your routine, and I mean really a way of connecting not just with God but also with each other. I mean, the great thing about this way of doing it is that, I mean, these are the prayers of the Church of England. These prayers are being prayed up and down this country. You know, the Archbishop of Canterbury is using this in his chapel. The Bishop of London, the clergy, lay people up and down the country. My old church, we used to get together every week, and 6 or 7 of us would gather together in church, and we would use these prayers. So they connect us not just with God, but they're connecting us with all the other Anglicans across the country, and in a way really even globally. Because, I mean, these formats here, they're in modern language, but they link us back into the great tradition of the church. If St. Augustine popped up today, there's a lot in here that he would recognise, because we're using a lot of the same prayers, a lot of the same format. So there's this real sense of connecting, not just connecting with God, but also connecting with the rest of us. If you pray these prayers, you're connecting with Heike and with me, because we'll be saying these same prayers. And if you are alone, if you are isolated, that sense of connection is just so important, I think. As we go forward, just that knowledge that we are not alone. You are not alone. You are with God. God is with you. God is with us, and we are with each other. And that's such a great message and a great thing to remember at a time like this. So have a go. If this one doesn't suit, we'll post more stuff on different forms of prayer. Maybe see if we can find some stuff that you can do with kids. And various other things. But keep in touch, do subscribe. There'll be more stuff coming up on this channel, and we want to post as much as possible. And you also can post. Steve has done a great little post. You'll have seen it, his video. Heike has done one, but it'd be great to hear from more people, just to hear how you're getting on. It's a great encouragement to the rest of us to see familiar faces and to hear familiar voices in these difficult times. So take care. God bless.